What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to H1Z1. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we sort of like skirt our way around. Actually, we don't even need to go in the front. We can go through the loading bay in the back. We're going to go into Romero's supermarket today and have a look around. I actually showed it to all of you in one of the episodes that I got rid of, but for right now, unfortunately, actually, we're looking a little low on our vitals, too. I should probably sit down and have myself a meal. Then again, we're going to find lots of good, useful stuff in here, so that's what we're going to go for. I may need a flashlight, though, for you all to be able to see right here. It's a disappointing factor that I hadn't accounted for. It's really, really dark in this game for some reason. I don't know. What is it with survival game people, like developers, making games like absurdly dark? It's just been a long-standing issue of mine where I'm like, life is not this dark. You can totally see outside. I'll take you outside in the dark, and I'm not even trying to be like, not even trying to be threatening right now. Ooh, there we go. If I don't have to eat into my own supply, I would rather eat out of Romero's supply. So there it is. Eating straight from Romero's hand. A dinner of peaches sounds pretty fantastic. I love peaches. Peaches are delicious. The other thing that we need to do is turn our sticks into more arrows because it's very, very easy to get stuck up here. I think this is Taquito Ranchito, I think is the location. We can also break these planks down into sticks in case you were wondering, although I'm not really interested in doing it just yet. I think we have more than enough. Well, I guess we could, let's just finish it off. I'd rather have a big supply of arrows than no supply of arrows. It means that if I have to duck out, we don't have to really, like, worry about this for a little bit. There we go. So now we've got all the wooden arrows that we need. Let's creep on through Romero's and see what we can find here. We got ourselves reasonably fed. We could actually use a water supply, although it's not that important. We've got a lot of empty bottles. Let's see here. There's another can over there. An empty bottle right there, and in fact I might be able to solve this problem very, very shortly with a fire bow and a few other essentials. So what we'll do for right now is let's just pick through here real fast. They do have a security room, by the way. If you're looking for like guns and ammo, there's a security room in here that occasionally will have guns and ammo in it. It occasionally had them before they like patched in all the loot and whatnot, so I would figure it'd be better now. We've got stagnant water right there. I'll take it so that I can purify it later. God, it's dark, but I don't want to drop any of my stuff either. Actually, I guess I could get rid of the crowbar. It's not that big of a deal. There we go, with our tack flashlight so that you can all see at least a little bit better while I'm in here. It is pretty dark in this location, so I don't want to like leave my viewers blind. Like really, I don't want to hurt your ocular cavities. I would prefer to keep my thumbs out of them, you know, my voice out of them. I've been getting like a rash of comments lately from people that are like, and don't take this as me like being mad, like it's just kind of like, I noticed this comment so much. There's people that like don't like my channel, but they'll be like, every time I watch one of your videos, I want to scream shut the hell up. And I'll be like, why do you... So, you have more control in this situation than I do. And I just want to draw your attention towards that fact. You can press the backspace button, you could press Control X, you could press... I mean, there's a lot of buttons you could push to essentially make my video stop. And the fact that you repeatedly come back just to make that comment, ooh, a green beanie. Oh man, I want a green beanie. I love beanies. Beanies are like 90% of what I use when I go outside when I wear things. They also work great as jock straps, just in case you don't have any pants. That's not true. A pro tip, do not wear a beanie as a jock strap when you go outside. You will get stopped by security, if not the police. A green and yellow cap. Okay. Found ourselves a new lid. I'm just going to keep the helmet on. It reduces damage. If you get shot in the head, though, it doesn't seem like it matters. I think it just reduces damage from melee to the head. Although, honestly, that would be something you'd have to test. Like, I bet if you put a 9mm round across a motorcycle helmet, like one of the expensive ones, motorcycle helmets are usually reinforced fairly well. It'd be an interesting test. Let me know if you've got a YouTube link for that. If anybody's got a video where they test if the motorcycle helmets are bulletproof, the really high-quality ones, the expensive ones, let me know, because I'd be interested in finding out. We actually are really, really parched at the moment. And so I may take a second and just get all up in some blackberries real fast. There's an MRE up in here. There's a branch. So unfortunately, this branch of the grocery store is no longer closed. There's no all-purpose goggles? What? 100% protection against UVA and UVB rays. So what do? Do they go on my head? Okay, that's weird. I've never seen that item before in my entire life. Ever. Like... no clue. Weird. I don't know if they added that or if I just never saw it because loot was so rare. Either way, we need to get our hydration up. Where are you at, oh man, I have way too many blackberries. This is going to be boring as hell. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't want like 5 minutes of me eating blackberries. It wasn't that long, but it was long enough to where I felt like it justified a cut real quick. just to get it out of the... It looks like they have a gun rack on the wall right there. That's a threatening grocery store right there. We must be in Texas. They got guns everywhere. I mean, we honestly, in the United States, we have guns everywhere to begin with, unless you're like up in the Northeast. But even in the Northeast, I bet they got a lot of guns. I mean, it's just kind of like demographics that live in different areas in this country. It's really, really big. There's a lot of people in this country. For the EU people, like every now and again, I wanted to discuss this. Every now and again, people will send me like an email, and they'll be like, I'm so jealous, it's 70 degrees in California right now. And yes, in one part of California, it would be 70 degrees. And I actually wanted to address this because it actually happens a lot. California, if you take the landmass, California's a really, really big place. If you take the landmass of California, it's larger than the main island of the UK. Just California is just that big. And so in California, we actually have a very, very diverse set of biomes. Like seriously, depending on where you're at, like you can be in an alpine setting where there's like, it's basically below freezing all the time until summer gets here. It's snowing all the time. You can have where I'm at, which is in the bay, where it's nippy. It's like 45 degrees most of the time in the winter. And then sometimes it dips down on like the really bad days to like 12, 15 degrees every now and again. Not very often though. That's by far in the minority over the course of my life. Then you have areas like SoCal and San Diego where it's like never cold. Like honestly, I don't think I've ever, even when I go down there when it's like, well, I take that back. I went down to Lake Lahontan one time when it was like, and Lake Lahontan's down south. I went to Lake Lahontan one time and it was chilly. I take that back. It does get cold in SoCal. But anyways, California is very, very large, I guess is my point. The United States in general is very, very large. Larger than even I give it credit for a lot of the time. Like sometimes I'm just like, yeah, let's just like, I don't know, drive to Arizona or something. And then people give me kind of like a quizzical look. I don't know. I love road trips though. I've never been on one. Like I need to go on a road trip. It's one of those like long bucket list type things where I just want to drive to Washington, D.C. Like I want to go from California to D.C. and just stop all along the way and like do whatever I want while I'm over there. And because of the way, oh, there's a 308, huh? We have bullets for you. We have there's saline right there. If you're wondering what you use saline for, I will tell you in just a moment once I realize where it is. Where's the saline? It says it's inside a container. A proximity container. Which contain? Oh, it's in here probably. There it is. So what saline solution is for is you can make med kits with it. So if you take a saline solution, actually we've got to make a band-aid first. Make a bandage. And then if you find saline solution, you can also, if you have the salt packets and water, you can make saline. Purified water and salt packets, I think. But what you want right here is you go bam, and you go bam, and you can create a med kit. The med kit will actually give you full health from like 30 health, so it takes a little while for it to work, but honestly, it's always a good idea to have 2 or 3 of them on your character. They're kind of, I don't know how big they are actually. How big are they? They are, did I drop it on the ground? No, I didn't. A gray camo shirt. Oh, what are we wearing right now? A gray and blue striped shirt? Yeah, give me the camo shirt. Give me the camo shirt right this second. Sometimes it doesn't like to swap things out because it's got items inside of them. Your shirt is like storing items, so be careful about that. But you should be able to, if you drag it to the bottom, that little blank space right there, you should be able to take this off and put that one on, and I think we'll be much better off. I'm going to shred that for the cloth. First aid kit only takes 10 slots, so honestly, you should really carry around like 3 or 4 of them if you can craft them. I think what I'll do for right now, let's get rid of the flashlight. We'll throw that into our inventory for the time being. We're going to take the 308 because we do have rounds for it for once. 3 bullets, in fact, so we're in pretty good shape. And so if we have to fight anybody, we will. Now, you should only fire this gun from prone. That's what I will add, and I apologize, the game's going to be dark from here on in. Anyways, you should always fire from prone with this gun. If you don't, you will more than likely regret it. There's a lot of movement outside. They sometimes come inside, and what they'll try and do is actually, if that gun was there, we should check the top of the stairs too. My god, it's so dark. The contrast in this game is utterly ridiculous. We should check this spawn spot right here. Additionally, you should always check this little railing on the sides will sometimes spawn bullets and there will be a gun sitting next to it. Not every time. Not every time. But if you're up here, you should look at the other buildings too and try and figure out if there's roof access. Thought I saw smoke over there for just a second. Some of the roofs had barbecues on them. And if you have the barbacoa going, it'll put a whole bunch of fire up into the air. You can fall off this building, by the way, and not die. I'm just throwing it out there in case you need to make a quick exit. I'm saying, I'm being totally honest. I'm not trying to kill your character. You can jump off the roof and you only take like 40 damage. I know because a guy chased me up here with a gun one time and then I jumped off the roof and he didn't follow me. It was actually probably one of my more dashing escapes. I don't know if I should... It's so dark and we're carrying around so much stuff. Let me, actually, if I could stash something... Remind me to get this back because I'll forget. We need the flashlight in order to be able to see properly. But anyways, remind me or I'll forget. On the first side here, what I'll do is I'll leave our axe in here. And then we can have our tactical flashlight in now so that we can actually see inside the building. The buildings are really, really dark in this game. So on the first floor to the left of the stairway. Okay. Got it. It's in my brain pan now. Let's see what we can loot up, though. There's got to be something good in here. Zombies love to, like, inundate this place. For whatever reason, they, like, see you through the walls or something. I'm hoping zombie AI is the next thing on the list that I'm really sincerely hoping that they fix. Like, honestly, they need to fix it. I don't think we have any of the stuff we need to make a fire. So we're sort of beholden to any water that we can find laying around in order to hydrate ourselves, considering I also have run out completely and totally of an orange and blue t-shirt. Shred you. Alright. The game should have been in this form, like, pre-launch. Like, honestly, if I was SOE, I would have focused really, really hard on, like, making this game look good on its first couple days. But for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe they got afraid of pushing it back or something. I know people don't like delays, but every now and again, you gotta delay a game. Every now and again. Like, I would rather do... That's just me, though. Like, I'm the kind of person that would rather turn something in late and perfect than turn in something super flawed. That was one of my problems in college, in fact. Okay, nothing in there. People in this neighborhood really, really like chicken. Like, seriously, they are fans of chicken. The pollo. Or the polo, as some people like to say when they're trying to be funny. Let's keep on going upwards. These buildings are like a treasure trove most of the time, as we've seen thus far. And if we can actually find a box of ammo in one of these for any gun, I would be fairly happy. I wouldn't complain about it. You should still keep the bow. One of the things I wish they would do is make the guns a little bit smaller so you could carry more of them. Like, why can't the rifle have a shoulder strap, for example? Like, there are a number of things that I would change around that are not necessarily implemented right now, and in fact become kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. There we go. Because I always find myself running out of space in this game no matter what I do. I don't know if that's to sort of, like, coerce people or coax people towards the item shop, because I know that when you buy an airdrop, it has a backpack in it most of the time, like one of the big military backpacks that has like 2,000 slots or something like that. I don't know. A waist pack. We already have one, don't we? Okay. It's shredded cloth then. Shred it like my meat in my taco. Blue jeans. Nah, blue jeans stand out a little bit too much. Ooh, there we go. Purified agua. I don't think I have any blackberries left, so whereas normally I would use this for one thing or another, I'm just going to drink it right now. And we could throw it on into our... Oh, good. Bottles stack at this point. That's good. That's really, really good that bottles stack. That makes me happy. They fixed that too. Bottles not stacking was annoying. I'm going to get rid of all these bottles because they take up too much space. We've got 3 stagnant water right here. What I'm going to do is I'll purify that in a little bit. Have I showed that on camera just yet? Have I showed how to purify water? I hope I have. If I haven't by this point, it's a little embarrassing. People in this neighborhood really like camouflage clothing too. I don't know what's up with that, G. But I had some camouflage, like, shorts for a while when I was in, like, a heavy metal band, because it made sense that that was, like, an accessory you should have in a heavy metal band, but, I don't know. I'm willing to bet there's probably a Zed waiting for us somewhere in here. Yeah, taking a swipe at us. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. Maybe he'll drop something for us. Got anything for me, buddy? I think we need to get our axe back, too. I know you're shouting at the screen right now. The axe! The axe! Get yourself the axe! And so I will. There we go. We got our axe, so we can now harvest zombies and kind of handle our business while we're around. There are zombies in this area, so I'm not going to harvest any more zombies. We're just going to try and get out of here, I hope. Oh, God, there he is right there. Oh, Jesus. Let me out this door. Function! There we go. So we're out the door. I don't know if we should hit this building or what we should do. Honestly, the difference between the lights and the darks in this game needs to be adjusted. Like, it's just too much contrast. Let's go ahead and I'm going to try and kill zombies all along the way. Just be like the Santa Claus of arrows to the face. There we go. Additionally, just watch out for loot bags. I'm not going to harvest them anymore. I don't know where that Zed thinks he's going. We got another one. Oh, he's glitching out all over the place, actually. Okay. So that's going to be troublesome. Oh, that was terrible. I forgot to adjust my sensitivity again, too. I should probably do that, like, any second now. Ah. I could have made that if I was a little bit sooner. I didn't wait properly. There we go. We are sort of opening up a fight right now, by the way. Like, when you kill zombies, they have the tendency to know another zombie's been killed. I don't know if they can smell it or how it works, but it's definitely like a long-term concurrent issue if you're in the city. So be careful about the way that you scavenge, especially if you're violent like I am and you just want to kill them all. Like, I kill all zombies because they drop loot now. And so when they drop those little loot bags, you have the tendency to get, like, pretty good amount of stuff out of them. So I usually try and go for... Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Came around that corner at the wrong time. I do wish there was more variety in the zombies, too. Like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 different zombie models at the bare minimum. Right now, it looks like there's only, like, 2. There's, like, yellow zombies and there's blue zombies, and that's basically it. We are going through ammo at, like, a ludicrous rate right now. And I don't mean ammo like Ludacris goes through Ammo the rapper. I mean like ludicrous as in like the actual usage. That went through the back of his head. I saw the trail. Oh well. Can't see worth anything right now. Yeah, they need to fix the contrast in this game. It's way too dark. Let's see if I can get a couple arrows back here. Still no loot bags though, huh? I think the sun's actually... I don't know what's going on with today. I don't think the sun actually came out. I think it's overcast, so it's giving us like this weird half dark, half bright thing that's going on. It's annoying. Super annoying. Have to use a flashlight in broad daylight just because the shadows are so dark. Did they add a brightness meter yet? No, they didn't. Great. I'm going to adjust my... Yeah, they adjust my... No, they didn't? Huh. It feels really squirrely right now. Oh, no. Feels really, really squirrely. That's a little bit better. A little bit. Still not my favorite, but a little bit better. Alright, enough zombie killing for right now. We need to figure out something. So I'm probably just gonna... Should have kept the knife. I'm regretting my decisions right now. Deeply, because we have to have a flashlight. I wouldn't actually use the flashlight if I was playing by myself. But since it's going up on YouTube, like, I want the video to be light enough to where people aren't blind all the time. Somebody's here. Somebody's definitely... Oh, shit. There he is right there. Hey, I don't want any trouble, man. I can't hear him talking. We'll just duck through a couple buildings. We'll go to the opposite side of town. Usually works out fairly well. Not super well, but okay. These... You should always check these tables over here. They frequently have like ammo boxes. They frequently have guns and all kinds of good stuff on top of the tables at these random restaurants. Because I guess people are like gathering their forces and getting ready to set out or something. I'm not sure. Well, I wanted to stay here and get more ammo, but since there's people here, it becomes a little bit more risky. I don't think the fridges are worth searching right now. So I may stop. However, these might be... There's a better 1911 than the one that we have. I don't know who that guy's talking to, but... Tried to tell him we didn't want any trouble. Not really interested in killing somebody right now. Not really interested. I tend to be friendly in these games. I try anyways. But people always getting super rowdy in these games, like forcing me to kill them. Like going out of their way to get themselves shot. Like... I have a gun, like I could kill you right now if I wanted to. Yeah, I feel like we just transitioned like seamlessly between daytime. Oh, look at those birds right there. That's not glitchy at all. God. It's because the server's trying to track the position of the birds as an entity and it can't. I mean, I suppose we could bring some food with us. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. I've, as of yet, like, never found anything inside of a trailer. Ever. Even after the loot patch. Never seen anything inside of a trailer. I don't know if I want to stay or if I want to go now that I know there's people here. There is another city. We could head... I mean, I don't have a directionality right now, but if we could find some... If we could find ourselves some metal shards or some metal bits, you can make a makeshift compass. Let me search some busted-ass cars to see if maybe there's a tarp in that one. That'll be useful if we ever decide to make a rain catch or whatever. Let's continue to look around inside of here. Might be an okay plan to use proximity loot inside this building. Yeah, there's our friend down there jumping up and down. I don't know if he's fighting with somebody or what's going on, but I ain't gonna find out. I mean, I suppose we could snipe him and take his stuff. It's kind of a dick move, but we could. Definitely an asshole move, if not a dick move. Somebody brought a gun to work. Good for him. I guess. Is that a good for you type of thing? I don't know if that's worth an attaboy. Bringing a gun to work seems like a great way to get a customer shot, to be honest, especially if this is like a call center or if you like work in retail. I couldn't have a gun if I worked in retail. I'd just be like, alright, you're too stupid, I have to shoot you. Like, the average consumer, if you've ever worked in retail, if you work in retail right now, I won't say I pity you because that's condescending and it's patronizing and I think it's mean. But what I will say is that you have far more strength than I, my friend, far more strength than I. Working in retail, I worked in retail for about 7 or 8 years after like high school before I went back to college. And retail is just like a never-ending cycle of soul-destroying abuse from people that, I don't know, just, what is it that when somebody comes inside a building, they feel like they can treat another human being just like trash, even though, like, if I had a nickel for every time somebody at my retail job was like, well, that's why you work at and like walked off like they were some kind of big shot. I'm like, dude, you're a PA, you're a PA, man. Like, it's not, no job is better than another. Like, they all need to get done, bruh. Like, I'm glad your life, you know, experiences and your opportunities have lined up such that you have a high-paying job by the time you're like 28. But mine haven't yet, you know? Like, why are you gonna make fun of me because I'm like paying my bills? Like, come on now. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make this go smoothly and you're acting like an asshole. Honestly, I finally got a retail job near the end though where my boss didn't care. My boss was just like, if you want to punk a customer, and after that it was all over. Like, I just didn't let people walk on me anymore. What sucks is when you have a job where your boss won't let you do that and he's like, just make them happy. Like, you know, some people come in here like dead set on being unhappy. Like, they cannot be pleased in any way. Like, they're just dead set on they are going to be upset today. And that's all there is to it. And for those people, I have nothing but the bird. Let's see over here. We've got... Where is this guy? I would really prefer to have a visual on him. We're gonna go out the back, and I think we're gonna leave. Maybe he's got a friend with him, too. That's the other worrying thing here, is that he's definitely talking to somebody the entire time. And so he might have somebody with him, that, or he might just have an imaginary friend. A particularly fun imaginary friend. Either way, I think it may be time to vacate, or at least head to the edge of town. I don't know if we're in Cranberry or Rancho Taquito right now. I'm not really sure. Ranchito Taquito, I'm sorry. It's a little ranch with little taquitos. I like any, I mean, you can have little taquitos. I don't care if you have little taquitos so long as you have a large amount of them. I'm perfectly fine with either, you know, proposition. I think we're a little bit low on some stuff. I'd love to get ourselves some metal bits, but I ditched my crowbar like an idiot because I wanted to harvest off of zombies because cloth. Now that we have a ton of cloth, though, I regret it. I regret my decisions. This happens a lot to me in my life, regretting my decisions. Then again, don't regret stuff too much. Like, I mean, apologize if you have to. But don't regret things. Make your decisions and be sure about them. Everybody likes somebody that's, like, sure-headed and just like, if it doesn't work out, I'll take responsibility. But if it does, guess who gets a raise? Huh? You get a raise. You get a raise. We've got a police car turbo. Just in case. All of the cars have nitrous in them in this game. Why? I don't know, but it's hilarious. Like, the nitrous in this game is actually pretty fun. It allows you, if you watch my last stream, I archive all of them just in case you wanted to go watch them, like, after the fact. But all my streams are archived, and that's how I finished my last stream, is we turboed off like a bridge and like committed suicide. It was great. It was actually really, really entertaining. We got wood planks over here. I think it may be time to like head to a different place. I definitely hear somebody. I don't know where he is, but we're out. I am out right now. Nope, not trying to die right now. Not feeling it. I think this is the south end of town, whereas that's the north end of town. I think we should go to the north end. We should leave from the north. I think that's probably a plan for right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break off the episode right here. I'm going to go chop down a tree. We're going to purify our water once we get far enough away from town. I'm not going to wait till morning to record the next episode, but I am going to kind of like kill time doing a bunch of rudimentary tasks, unless you really, really want them to be on camera. I don't have a problem doing like survival guides and showing people how to do this, but you know, it's just kind of like a little thing that you have to do. I think I actually did a sit down and showed people how to do it in one of the episodes that I got rid of. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of H1Z1, which it's kind of like one problem swaps for another every time I play this game. I will see you all later. Hi-do, everybody.